project and team member, the section that you needed to accomplish till November. Let me see, where is the time? November 29th. So after the 1 weeks, you have to finish. Then I will be, that's the deadline. Then you have to upload a short description here. I mean, you have a proposal here, so you can upload it, as well as you need to fill out this this one. So you need to think about this one. Then, for example, this is a 2-person as a one team. Then this is front end, this is back end, Oracle NoSql. Then this is your short description. This is your project name. So this is type of your application, web application, mobile application, blah blah. This is your group. That's your name. So I mean, that's things you need to feel about it. So be aware for that. Now, okay, I think I should. I think we should come back to topic. This one is about Hadoop, and Hadoop. We also need to talk about a little bit about Hadoop for integration with NoSql, and then of course, what's the Hadoop? It is a very hot topic, I think, in terms that data mining, big data. Now, what's Hadoop is open source. That's main idea is we have a variety of the content. For example, we have an email, we have image, we have a short message of video, audio, and then also as well as video. And Hadoop help us to categorize, and then they help us to distribute. For example, each of them is different content, has different nodes, so we can one node just specially handle this message, another's video and audio and the image. Then finally they will be do work, load balance, and as well as doing the cluster, so make it more easier to distribute things. Yeah, that's behind of the idea of Hadoop. And then in the Hadoop has a very 3 important component. One is storage, where it's stored. Second is processing, how they will be processed during this during the time, this time, how they can process all the data differently. It is being called MapReduce. And third one is how to cluster. Actually, it's behalf of the YARN. So that's 3 things. Of course, the first one is how, and by the help of HDFS, then they will be finally stored as differentiated storage. So they will be stored in database. What is how they stored in database? Actually, for example, you have a 100 megabyte of content, included different kind of video, audio, image, and those things. Then actually they split the block. Then when they split the block, and then also it is also, they also did copy of each node. There is, yes, there has, there has a replication node. So as long as if any of the one block or node is been crashed, so there is no problem with they will recover, because they will be, there has another block, they can copy it. So it is it's a fault tolerant component. So it's very good for store the information. Second component is in terms that processing, how they process those things in easier to large such kind of volume of the data. It is being called MapReduce. How the MapReduce been been processed. I mean, they will be, feed up this data. Then after that, you need to split this data. Then they will be, they analyze it. For example, they shuffled it. If there is a, for example, if there is a exactly same things, then just shuffled it. Then finally they will be put together, reduced all the data. So that's been called map reduce. So while you doing such things, it is natural that easier to load balance, because it's naturally been categorized, and naturally the different kind of data put together, split together, and then put this in the same data together. So it should be the kind of load balancing. It should reduce the performance, the natural way they come out. So that's the three kind of Hadoop feature. And now of course, not. Third one is actually is clustering. The half of the description of script language of YARN. I mean, what is YARN is actually the Hadoop. They have many resource. For example, node, application master, container. Each of them has a requirement. They come out, then one is request to another. Finally, they will be based on this requirement. They will be choose to run the choose to run the proper environment. So first of all, you need identify the resource. Then you need to choose which node you need to apply on. For example, the resource usually CPU, hardware, and memory. Those things you need concern, and then manager node manager will be choose proper resource, then in the run it. So that's things management process being called the clustering. And then Hadoop actually has an ecosystem for data management and data processing and analyzing. So in terms that they have a Hive, Spark. I mean, those things well integrated, they will be used together. So it is about Hadoop, right? So then some sense. I mean, NoSql, Oracle NoSql also integrate this Hadoop. I mean, how they integrate this Hadoop. So that's things we needed to talk about in the somehow in this stage. I mean, at last, in order to demonstrate this case, at last you have at last 2 memory gigabytes, then Linux operating system, then Java requirement you needed, then Hadoop must be installed. Then you needed to run the QLite, then load the NoSql database, or start Hadoop database, run the MapReduce job. So how it can be integrate NoSql to use different other type of different type of variety of data resource can be used it in the NoSql. So first of all, of course, you needed to start with the NoSql, right? So basically, you needed to think that this is a there is a many three different kind of object here: customer, player, and one is a customer, player, and the song, right? Okay. So basically, you can able to see this type. For example, here's a customer. They have a call and type, name, namespace, the field, that the cookie, or blah blah. So yes, so that's the schema so far. Then as well as you also can able to see player. You can show it. Then also has song. Song is type name, field of ID. So it's a title and string, picture, description, artist, album type. Those things include in the song data structure. So here's the data pro. There is a step you run this load. I mean, in order to say how much mm, how much song, how much player, and how much customer they have. So basically, this is a general idea of how is data look like for that case. Then after that, you needed to run first Hadoop. They will be, at least no problem is showing this Hadoop. Then and then there's also in order to say these things run together, they actually write this one class with the Java. They actually doing the map reduce job. So what they doing actually is two function. What's the map? And it is there is a first things that they trying to get maximum, the k in the top. They this is equal to PL. Then another is a time step between the between 6 million and 8 million. Between these things you needed to come out. So what does here is actually you needed to call off this head off with Kiwi store. Then what we can do is actually the process this whole step. Then they will be input to NoSql, so you can able to finally you can able to say this thing. That's output. It's input. This output. While you can see it output, that's the result. You can able to see. So what's the final result is actually that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the top 10 popular song they will be list for you. So basically that's a kind of experience in the you can able to integrate with Oracle NoSql with Hadoop, right? So that's today's topic. I hope it is a little bit makes sense for you. Any question for that?